DSP Mutual Fund wants to bring out the T.I.G.E.R. Yes, the T.I.G.E.R fund is a fund that DSP had launched way back in 2004. It was an infrastructure fund, and 2004 to 7 was an infrastructure boom. So that fund went up almost 6 times in 4 years. In 2007, it was one of the top performing funds. It became a star of its era. And then what followed was collapse. After 2007, after the infra boom ran out, the return of the fund lagged the market massively. In fact, if you look at the period from 2004 to 2020, the COVID crash, the return of the DSP T.I.G.E.R fund was less than zero. It was negative. Now, DSP itself has been very responsible. They have highlighted this fact to investors. And this is the risk of sector funds. There can be long periods when there is no return. After 2020, if we fast forward, the market picked up again and sectors like infra also picked up. So if you look at the return of this fund in the last 1 year, it's about 80%, 80%. The fund is back. However, it has gotten somewhat expensive. So DSP MF is keen to emphasize that you shouldn't be putting big lump sums in it, if at all. Look at it from an SIP point of view. But this still brings us back to the question, should you be trying to pick sector funds and capitalize on these themes, on these rotations that play out? DSP again is arguing that this is no longer just a limited infra fund. It also looks at manufacturing. It also looks at power. It also looks at roads and railways and quite a large gamut of sectors and subsectors. But it is still a thematic fund. So the question for you is, should you be timing these cycles? And there is a stream of thought. Some distributors argue that the answer is no. You can instead invest in broad-based funds like a flexi-cap fund. And if a particular theme is in fashion, is in vogue, has promise, the fund manager of these kind of funds can put a bit more money into these sectors and give you some of that benefit without going all out. Because timing this can be hard. Investors don't generally have the patience of 13, 14 years of zero returns. If 2 years happen without big returns, a lot of people get out. So unless you have extraordinary patience, please stick to broad-based funds.